All right, evil wife kills husbands, pretend to be shocked.
What do you need me to do? I don't know what to do.
Is she
This
crying?
is Ann Valgora. This morning, she woke up to find her husband dead.
She's saying when she woke up, the door was unlocked, and there was an alarm around 4 a.m.
She appeared
I ain't gonna lie. The thing is, I can't stand like women who be gaslighting shit, my nigga. Like I hate that shit. Like I can't, bro. Like I learned, you know what I learned, and this have nothing to do with this. I learned to just let a woman argue, bro. Let a woman just argue, my nigga. I learned to not go back and forth with a female. Not learn to not get on the female bad side, my nigga. If you get on the female bad side, just don't say anything to them. Just let them be, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because the last thing I want, or the last thing you would want to happen to yourself, is your woman killing you, bro. Imagine your own woman killing you, my nigga. You feel me? Imagine, bro. That'll be the worst. You don't want that. So, bro, listen. If you can't make a woman happy, all right, for all my gentlemen out there, you can't make a woman happy, my nigga. No matter how hard you try, a woman is gonna be happy on her own. She has to be happy. You feel me? You can't make a woman happy, no matter what you do, because you can still make a woman happy, and the woman can still kill you. Vice versa. Vice versa. You feel what I'm saying? But now, here's what grinds my fucking gears, right? When a woman kills her husband, right, or kills her boyfriend, or whatever the case may be, pretends that she had nothing to do with it, start crying super crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's evil. I don't know how a woman can just do that and just start crying. I think she thinks about other shit. She probably thinks about how she did it. She probably thinks about going to jail for a long time. She really be gaslighting these cops and really be gaslighting niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. I'm a cute buck. Like that's one of the most evilest shit anybody could fucking do. You know what I'm saying? See, niggas, when niggas do shit like this, niggas be like, oh, I don't know. Niggas don't even be trying to cry. Niggas just be lying. Females, they lie and then cry to make themselves sound believable. That shit is OD, bro. I ain't gonna lie. See what this woman's doing? She's crying and then making up a story like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I saw this nigga dead. You feel me? It was 4 a.m. It was alarm. The alarm was ringing. I don't know what happened. Me no say. Shit like that is insane.
appeared traumatized.
I'm gonna read that in a
At
few.
least
Give me a
that's what
second,
she
Trey.
wanted the officers to believe.
That was smart thinking.
You've got
Dispatch
smart
for 10
thinking.
years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she helped a lot of people through hard
wow.
things.
She help people?
No, I think he shot himself.
Ah,
and she-
see, this is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm talking about? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You see, they believe her. They believe her. No, I don't. I think he shot himself and she hit the gun. Okay, but okay, my nigga.
The gun.
The officers
See what I'm saying?
initially assumed her husband had taken his own life, but the horrifying truth was something far more sinister.
Well, no matter what he was doing, that gun's not there. But there's no way he can kill himself if there's no gun.
He's got a knife on his boot.
Is he a fucking cop?
I'm just gonna tell you, we found that you were responsible for Stephen's death.
Oh, GG's. Oh, GG's. Oh, GG's. Oh,
It's 3
GG's.
p.m. on June 18th, 2019, when officers are dispatched to the home.
See, I always do this. When I see the date, 2019, what was I doing? All right, 2019, I was getting my PC. I was working a job. Yeah. I was cooling. Not gonna lie. I was
of a
chilling.
frantic woman who's just made a chilling discovery. Her husband was shot in the head and lying motionless on their bedroom floor. Within minutes,
That's
officers
insane.
arrive at the gruesome scene.
I don't know where the gun is because I want to try and keep everything as much as I can until the camera gets here. But I mean, but like I said, I have no idea where the gun is. I'm guessing it's in that hand.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna go moving anything.
I don't know how much you can check without, but I mean, we've got the discoloration, everything. So,
Do we know where the gun is?
nope. I figured the investigators are here already. We'll just, I mean, like she said, it's in here somewhere. I'm assuming it's.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh yeah, he's discolored. He's everything.
At first glance, the officers didn't notice anything unusual beyond the obvious. A man dead from an apparent gunshot wound. There were no immediate signs of a struggle or forced entry, leading investigators to initially consider the possibility of a self-inflicted injury. But when they go to question his wife, that version of events begins to fall apart.
But the thing is, even if she was to say, nah, he killed himself, forensic could still like see shit like that. they could still like know that that's impossible.
You last saw it about 2 a.m.
About 1-ish. I went to bed. We were watching a movie, and
I didn't hear anything through the night.
I didn't hear anything. But I take all my meds at night.
Why she
So
did
all
that
three
though?
of you slept in that
Like,
room
what's the
last
reason?
Yeah.
She's saying that all 3 of them slept in this room last night, which makes no sense.
Huh? So she woke up and what?
You don't just walk by that.
No.
To officers, something about
She's
the
lying.
scene felt off. It seemed nearly impossible that the whole family slept undisturbed in the same bedroom while Stephen fired a gun just a few feet away.
The fuck
If
outta here.
Stephen truly
I'd
shot
have heard that
himself,
motherfucker.
he somehow managed to do it without disturbing anyone. A scenario investigators
cap.
found nearly impossible to
She's
believe.
capping. That's cap. She's capping, my nigga. So you telling me Steven had a fucking silencer on that motherfucker?
So with that suspicion lingering, officers continued examining the body, and what they discovered next would make the situation even stranger.
What do we have on tabletops? Anything interesting?
No, I didn't see if there was,
Nothing on the nightstands or...
are you thinking like a note or something? Or
Could be anything. Yeah. It's wearing 511s.
is it a holster?
Yeah, I bet you're right.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? That
Where's there a
pillow was
hole?
over his head. Oh. Yep. That's what you're saying. Yep. There's the entrance. Oh. Yep. So then we've got a bullet somewhere. Or you mean a casing? If he was laying on the floor when he did it. If he's laying on his side like this, boom, and then it falls. And
Flops over.
Yeah.
Don't remove the blanket? No. It's not there.
Why is wearing a holster?
Well, and he's in 511s.
Huh?
He's in 511s.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shell casing.
Yep.
But I still don't see a gun.
Hold in there.
Well, if there's no fucking gun, then it's not.
Something's not right.
No.
But there's no way he can kill himself if there's no gun.
Whoa.
That's true.
This just got
That is true.
unexpected.
But he's got a knife boot.
Nigga shot himself
He's
with
got
no
a-
gun, right? How the fuck he do that? Go back to her and tell her and ask her, how the fuck he do that? How the fuck he shot himself with no gun? Let us know.
Flashlight in his pocket. He's got a fucking holster on it, and he's wearing 511s.
What the fuck is 511s?
And it looks like maybe, gloves or something in his pocket. Is he a fucking cop?
Whoa.
Officers
Is he?
just made a critical discovery.
Oh, the nigga's a
The
cop.
victim was 55-year-old
Oh, Jesus.
Stephen Olson, a third-year officer with
Oh, he's a vet?
UNMC Public Safety
Yeah.
and a United States Army veteran.
Yeah,
This
Jesus.
revelation immediately explained the tactical
Yeah,
boots
it's
and
over.
police equipment scattered around the room. But despite this breakthrough,
Why would she wait, so he's a cop and she's a dispatcher, but why would she kill her own husband? That's a fucking cop. Why would she do that? Like, what's the reason?
investigators were still missing a major detail. The gun was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, the fuck? Wait, but did she say that oh, she did say that, right? Did she say he killed himself? If she said that, she's the dumbest dispatcher I've ever met in my fucking history of crime history. No funny shit. No funny shit. Say some dumb shit like that.
No matter what he was doing, that gun's not there. So even if he's laying sideways,
But it indicates that he shot himself in the head because it was from the side. So obviously, right? She did it so smart. I guess she's probably smart for that. You feel me? Unless she just, you feel me? At least she didn't shoot him in the back of the head. She shot him on the side. You feel me? In GTA. So it was smart that she did that. Rest in peace to him. It's not, I'm saying like it's smart from a criminal standpoint because the way she shot him makes it seem like it's a suicide. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, there's no gun. You feel me? So regardless, like you still involved, like regardless of the fact you still involved, my nigga, because if let's say, you feel me, the nigga did shoot himself and you took the gun, you don't, how do you save yourself?
He's gonna shoot somewhere else.
Like how?
he was laying. I mean, his head was positioned on the left.
And she's so dumb because
Or no?
Yeah.
you
I'm
can't,
really glad I asked
you
like
hear
that.
gunshots. Like you hear gunshots. Like if you somebody who heard gunshots, you know what a gunshot sound like, my nigga, and you know how loud that is. From especially if it's a police gun, nigga, you hear gunshots, bro. Like it's impossible to not hear a fucking gunshot. You hear that shit, nigga. If if I'm sleeping, right, and I live with my parents, and my parents in the next room, and I hear a loud ass gunshot, I'm going to wake up. It's gonna wake me up some way, somehow. Like, it's impossible. Like, it's going to. Like, there's no way it doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Dash, I'm like, can we try not to move him too much?
Stay out until crime line was still. Makes sense.
So she's dumb for even saying some dumb shit like that.
Should be right by one of his hands.
And so even if he's on his side and he falls over the shell casing, like the gun's gotta be somewhere. Or
It's gotta be right by one of his hands.
I mean, for her to already being like, oh, the door was unlocked, we didn't hear anything.
Right.
You were in the...
The details are still not adding up for officers, and as additional investigators arrive, attention shifts back to Anne, whose account is becoming increasingly suspicious. So to move forward, detectives decide to press Anne further, hoping to
I'm not gonna
uncover
lie, that's a
any
good living
crucial
room.
details she may be holding back.
I came out this morning and found the front door open and the screen door, and I always have
What?
them locked, and the alarm was not set, which he said he was going to run the dogs one more time and lock the doors up. And no, it was when I went to wake him up that, of course, turned on the light and went, oh crap, and threw the blanket over the top of him, and I'm like, come on, you can't see that.
Mm-hmm.
What?
How was Stephen when you woke up? You said about 2:15.
Today, this afternoon. I'm like, well, I didn't check him right away.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't. He was laying on, he was laying there. I kind of went out through the dark and let the dogs out.
Oh, that's
The
cat.
room's pretty. It's got.
She's lying. This bitch is lying.
I just.
This
snuck out
bitch
with
is
dogs
lying,
out,
bro.
went to the bathroom, and Mom called once, so I called her back.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
bad.
Look, I gotta get him up. I don't know what time he goes to work.
Wait, so she just left the nigga laying down on the floor?
So he was laying on the floor in the dark when you woke up.
Yes.
You came out.
So she just let the nigga, she just let the nigga just lay on the floor. You came out and you called your mom? You ain't even try to wake the nigga up? You ain't try to like, yo, what the fuck? You ain't be like, yo, what the Cause I ain't gonna lie, if I'm seeing my wife on the floor, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm gonna wake her up, all type of shit. I'm gonna try. You feel me? Pick her up, put her in the bed, something, nigga. Fuck.
I'll place a phone call to your mom.
Yes.
Anne's story is starting to raise serious
That
doubts.
shit sound
She
crazy.
insists that when she first walked past Stephen, she didn't notice anything unusual, and it wasn't until she tried to wake him up that she realized he was unresponsive.
Nothing unusual seeing your husband on the floor, nigga? What? There's nothing unusual seeing your significant other on the floor, right? Fuck it, like, we have a bed. It's cool if he does this on a regular?
But detectives notice that Anne doesn't appear shaken or upset. In fact, she's unusually calm for someone who's just lost her husband. With these red flags mounting, investigators shift their questions to Stephen's background, looking for any evidence that might confirm or rule out the possibility that his death was self-inflicted.
As far as history,
Yeah, rest in
Stephen,
peace.
had he made any comments about self-harm or wanting to hurt himself?
No, we were just, like I said, we were trying to put things back together.
Tell me more about putting that together.
But they was had a divorce? It was about to be a
We
divorce, right? GG's.
separated just
Oh, so she got motive.
because
She got motive. It's over.
He drank heavily. I mean,
She got motive.
he
Well, let me guess. He got drunk and he used to beat the shit out of her, right? Watch. Let's hear it.
he had slowed down quite a bit, and I said, look, if you're gonna have a drink, I get it. You can't drink to
There we go.
intoxication every time.
Mm-hmm. How often do you drink?
Every day.
Every day. How much?
3 or 4 whiskey and cokes, and they were not on the weak side.
Did he ever
Okay. Oh, yeah. This is where we get to it. Did he ever threaten violence? Let's see.
threaten violence, anything like that?
No, not
Okay.
not towards himself.
But towards who?
Were you guys ever involved in any sort of physical altercation?
Okay. So what the fuck?
What about just fights in general?
We argued about about how much money he spent on alcohol, considering there.
So why did you do that?
But this little guy.
Why did you kill him?
Through a little trauma about that he thought that there was somebody walking through the house or had been in the house before, and that ties into
The drinking?
me bit. about the whole thing.
The loony bit?
The loony bit, yes. Last year they were telling me I was absolutely loony, that I was, and the bottom line was, I have anxiety.
All right, she's chatting, bro.
Disorder. I'm
OCD?
Despite Anne sharing new details about her troubled relationship with Stephen, detectives weren't any closer to an answer. If anything, her story only created more confusion. Sure, their marriage had issues, and Stephen's drinking was clearly a problem according to Anne, but nothing she said directly implicated her in Stephen's death.
Right.
And as far as detectives could tell, a self-inflicted injury.
I thought she was gonna say something like, yo, like the niggas used to beat the shit out of me. My fault. I thought that's what she was gonna say, because if she said that, she has motive.
Was still very much on the table. However, there was one critical detail that could finally break this case wide open: the missing gun. With that in mind, detectives decided to direct this question towards Anne, hoping she could clarify this crucial detail.
What do you need me to do? I don't know what to do.
Well, we're going to work through it a little bit at a time. When you found him today, was there a gun laying near him?
I didn't see it. I immediately looked at it. I was like...
Would you have, grabbed the gun and thrown it in a drawer so that he wouldn't see it?
No.
Okay.
I didn't even see the gun. I saw the head.
Right.
I was like, I threw the blanket over and I went over. I'm like, come on, buddy, we gotta come out of here.
Yeah, that was smart thinking.
Dispatcher for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she helped a lot of people through hard things.
And just kind of let you know.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Just so you're aware of what the next step is.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine.
That's okay. Nobody knows.
If you have any questions at any point in time, just ask, okay?
My son getting touchy. Hey, yo, chill, fam. Chill, fam. All right? Chill, fam. You over here putting your arms around her and shit. I saw that. I saw that, bro. You see? Don't be trying to get at females and shit. Don't be trying to get at women when they on their weak side, bro. When they on, don't do that.
I can't say I've been on the receiving end of this. Like,
Nah, she's dead crying.
At this point,
sick.
Police still weren't sure what to make of Anne's story. And with the gun nowhere to be found, they had no way of determining exactly what happened. So, hoping to uncover new details, investigators returned to the bedroom to examine Stephen's body more closely. And it didn't take long before they noticed something strange
What they
about
noticed?
his position.
Like what?
If he's sleeping and someone else shot him, that's a weird position for his arm to be in.
OJJ's.
If you do this, and then your body goes limp, I think that arm position would be more natural. I think she hid the gun somewhere.
I think she shot him.
No, I think he shot himself, and she doesn't want this to be suicide, so she hid the gun.
What? But how would that make any sense, though? If she don't want this to be a suicide, but will she want this to be a homicide? The fuck? If she had nothing to do with it, bro, she would have never hit the gun, my nigga. Let's be fucking real. Let's be honest, bro. If you call 911 and you see your wife or your husband on the ground, shots, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Whoa. Okay? You're gonna be like, whoa, you're not gonna be thinking about grabbing no gun. You ain't gonna be thinking about nothing of that, bro. You're gonna call the cops ASAP. You get me?
More investigators examined Stephen's body, the stranger the situation became. His positioning seemed odd for someone shot while asleep.
What was his positioning, though?
Leaving them genuinely uncertain about what really happened. However, by now, investigators had narrowed down their theories to three main possibilities. The first, and perhaps simplest explanation, was that Stephen had shot himself, and Anne innocently moved the gun afterwards, perhaps hoping to protect his dignity.
Okay.
This scenario seemed plausible given Stephen's heavy drinking problems and the couple's deteriorating marriage.
Wait, so let me hold on. So if this was real, right? Let's say she did this shit. Right? You telling me, let's say like she did shoot him, but everybody thinks that he shot himself, right? But she says, "Yo, nah, I hit the gun. I want to protect this image." She wouldn't get in trouble for this. Like, obviously, she'll go to jail eventually, right? Because they'll do more research and shit like that, right? I'm assuming, but like, damn, they really believe this at first?
There was also the possibility that Anne had darker motives altogether, intentionally killing Stephen for reasons detectives had yet to uncover.
Okay.
And finally was Anne's troubling claim that she woke up to find the front door unlocked and the home security alarm mysteriously disabled. This suggested someone else entirely had quietly entered the home and murdered Stephen without being detected. Perhaps someone holding a grudge against Stephen due
that's
to
bullshit.
his line of work in law
That's
enforcement.
bullshit, though.
With too many unanswered questions and the growing sense of uncertainty, investigators collected Anne's DNA and asked her to come down to the station for a formal interview, hoping the interrogation would finally reveal the dark truth behind Stephen's death. Anne is placed in an interrogation room with her sister and a pastor. A clever tactic by the
Sister
officers.
and a
The
pastor.
presence of the pastor is meant to make Anne feel more at ease, hoping she'll
Oh, that
open
was
up
the
about
pastor.
what really
Okay.
happened the night before.
It's like he might have done you something because there was more of a worry when I first came there. I think if we really won, where you can imagine.
But a big little wit outside, it makes it a little.
Oh,
They don't even know they right next to a killer.
Yeah.
I'm literally right next to a fucking murderer that murdered her husband.
Basically, no, I just didn't plan my day like this. We don't plan our day like this.
Who plans a day like this?
Nobody.
Now that Anne is relaxed and talkative, the officers make their next move. They send in the detective to question her and uncover what she might be hiding.
So the first question we always ask is, did you have any part in any involvement with Stephen's death?
She gonna say no.
Okay.
Come on.
Does he normally always carry a gun? Did he have a gun on him that was last night? Okay.
He does usually when he takes it off and sets it by him somewhere in the radius of reach, usually when he goes to bed.
Where does he typically store the gun?
At night? Usually, I don't know if hear it because there is in his holster. I've seen him stick with it laying right next to his hand. I've seen him on top of it. You know.
What do you think happened to the handgun?
I don't know.
Oh, she's stuttering. Uh-oh. There you go. GG's.
I tell her for you.
Even after the detective asked her directly about Stephen's death, Anne stuck to her story, insisting that she had no involvement and no idea where the missing gun could be. With
Did she
no
hire
leads
somebody?
coming from Anne herself, detectives paused the interview. At this point, they knew their next step had to be a thorough search of Anne's home.
Okay.
So, armed with a search warrant, investigators returned to the house, hoping that
They got a search
whatever
warrant
Anne
ASAP.
hasn't told them might still be hidden inside. And sure enough, it didn't take long
In the
before
laundry?
they found
Oh,
their
GG's.
biggest clue yet.
Oh, she's Ad. Oh, she's
This
a
video is 6
dickhead. Did she just put the gun in the motherfucking laundromat like a fucking bozo? Is she stupid?
South Fillmore. We're gonna do a walkthrough from the southwest bedroom into the
Wow,
laundry
she's
room.
dumb.
The 32 auto was found in this LG dryer.
With the missing gun now finally discovered, detectives faced a crucial final question, determining who pulled the trigger. Fortunately, officers quickly uncovered another critical piece of evidence, a neighbor's Nest security camera. And after carefully reviewing the footage, investigators confirmed that nobody had entered or left the house during the night. This revelation directly contradicted Anne's earlier claims about waking up to an unlocked door and disabled alarm. Now detectives were convinced that Anne had deliberately misled them, so they brought her back to the interrogation room, this time ready to confront her directly with the truth.
Uh-oh.
So obviously we went out to the house and we did a search warrant. I definitely think we have a better idea or a better picture as far as what happened. I'm just going to tell you, we found that you were responsible for Stephen's death.
Okay.
She said okay.
Okay. You want to stand up?
How could I'm just asking, in what way would I be responsible for it?
Well, we can't. You know, we can't have a further discussion with you if you've invoked your right and you'd like to speak with an attorney. So, we'd stop starting interview, Anne.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, but you're telling me.
You turn around.
JJ's.
After being arrested, Ann was taken to the Sarpy County Jail, where she was held on a $2 million bond.
$2 million.
As her case progressed, prosecutors revealed new details that finally shed light on Ann's motive for murdering
What's the
Stephen.
motive? Let me know.
It turned out that after Ann had left her job as a dispatcher, Stephen provided her with a monthly allowance. But when their marriage deteriorated,
Nigga said monthly allowance, bro. Do they have kids?
he stopped those payments, leaving Ann financially desperate. Prosecutors...
So she killed him? For what? For what, my nigga? For what? Is her name on the will?
Argued that Ann staged Stephen's death, hoping to collect on his life insurance policy, for which she was the sole beneficiary.
Oh, she
Ultimately,
was?
no claim was ever filed, and no money was ever paid out.
Wait. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments below. What? Wait, hold on. What? For 20 years? Wait, we gotta look that up. No, we gotta look that up. Hold on. Wow, that's insane. So you telling me you should have got this for 20 years? Get the fuck out of here.
No claim was ever filed, and no money was ever paid out. Additionally, a detective testified that Ann's 10-year-old son told police he'd heard a muffled gunshot during the night and that his mother told him to go back to sleep. Initially charged with first-degree murder, Ann pleaded guilty in July 2022 to first-degree assault and tampering with evidence. And in October 2022, she was sentenced to 40 to 50 years in prison for the assault charge and an additional 1 to 2 years for tampering.
Oh, she's fried. Oh, she's cooked. See, you know what it is? People feel entitled. People just feel entitled, and people just feel like, this is why you can't be nice to people, bro. Because, yeah, that's your wife and shit like that. And it's like, damn, you so greedy for money? Shit. You couldn't just get back on your feet? Why would you even leave your job? Why? What's the reason? Couldn't get back on your feet, my nigga? Could have been a babysitter? You could have been a babysitter, shorty. The fuck? You could have did a daycare. You could have did something. You was a dispatcher, bro. I know you got that in mind. What are you doing? Like, what made you do this shit? Like, she's dumb. I ain't glad she deserved that shit. No cap.